car that just pulled up? The driver might have $47 in their checking account. That designer bag your colleague just bought? It costs more than her entire emergency fund. The guy at the bar bragging about his investment portfolio? More credit card debt than actual investments. And the influencer showing off their luxury lifestyle 3 months behind on rent. Americans now owe $1.28 trillion in credit card debt. Yet parking lots are full of luxury vehicles and social media overflows with people flaunting wealth they don't actually have. Real wealth whispers, fake wealth screams. And once you know the signs, you'll see fake rich everywhere. But first, I want to know, where are you watching from right now? Drop your city or country in the comments below. I check every single one. Now, let's get into it. The first sign is the entry-level luxury trap. Someone buys the cheapest version of the most expensive brand, the base model BMW, the logo belt, the starter bag from Louis Vuitton. They want the badge, without the budget. Here's the thing nobody talks about. A fully loaded Honda Accord costs roughly the same as a base model luxury sedan. Better features, better reliability, lower maintenance costs. But that entry-level luxury car comes with luxury maintenance costs, premium gas, higher insurance, more expensive parts when things break. Someone pretending to be rich spends 20 to 30% of their income on looking wealthy. Someone actually wealthy? 2 to 5%. That difference compounds into hundreds of thousands of dollars, never invested. The fake rich buy the status symbol first and hope wealth follows. It rarely does. Sign number 2, constant money talk. The person who cannot stop steering every single conversation toward how much they make, how much they spend, or the deal they're working on. You mention a vacation. Suddenly they're explaining their travel rewards strategy. You share a friend's success. They pivot to their own achievements within 2 sentences. People genuinely secure about their finances don't need to constantly remind everyone. The reminders are for themselves, not you. It's external validation filling an internal void. Watch for this specific pattern. They talk about money they're about to make, not money they've actually made. I've got a huge deal closing next month. Once this investment pays off, everything changes. Always future tense, because the present doesn't match the image. Another tell? Confusing revenue with profit. Someone brags that their business does $500,000, but their actual take-home was $50,000. Still decent money, but not the flex they're presenting. Sign 3 might be the most alarming. A $5,000 bag and $2,000 in savings. A luxury watch on the wrist of someone with a maxed-out credit card. There's an old rule. If you can't afford to buy it twice, you can't actually afford it. If one purchase represents 2 or 3 months of your income, that's not wealth. That's living dangerously above your means while creating the illusion of prosperity. That bag might impress strangers for 3 seconds. The empty savings account creates stress for years. I've seen people finance designer purchases, paying interest on a handbag, making monthly payments on a watch. By the time it's paid off, they've spent 30% more than the sticker price on something worth half what they originally paid. People with actual wealth rarely make purchases that jeopardize their financial foundation. Their luxury items represent a tiny fraction of their net worth, not a significant chunk of their monthly budget. Sign 4, the constant one-upper. Whatever you've done, they've done something better. Whatever you bought, they bought something more expensive. You get a promotion? They got a bigger one. You went on a nice vacation? They spent 2 weeks in the south of France flying business class. You bought a new watch? Oh, they have to explain why theirs has superior mechanical movement. Picture this at a dinner party. Someone shares they just closed on their first home. Before anyone can even congratulate them, the one-upper jumps in with why they should have bought a bigger place. The excitement drains from the room. This isn't normal conversation. It's competition. And the psychology is transparent. One-upping comes from insecurity, not confidence. Someone genuinely successful can celebrate your wins without feeling threatened. Real wealth allows someone to be genuinely happy for others. Fake wealth requires constant comparison and conquest. Sign 5, social media performance. The curated feed of luxury experiences and expensive purchases designed to project wealth. whether or not that wealth actually exists. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Showing off gets more engagement than showing discipline. A "spend $1,000 with me at the mall" video outperforms "watch me add $1,000 to my emergency fund." So people perform prosperity while building nothing. Nobody posts themselves doing dishes. Nobody films their budget spreadsheet session. Nobody shares the Saturday they stayed home saving money. Social media shows highlights, but the fake rich need you to believe the highlights are their everyday existence. Watch for fake engagement too. Comment sections full of bot accounts saying the same generic phrases. They're buying the appearance of influence to support the appearance of wealth. Layers of fabrication stacked on each other. Meanwhile, actual wealthy people often maintain minimal social media presence. They don't need the validation, and they certainly don't need strangers knowing their financial business. Hey, pause for a second. If you've made it this far, you're clearly serious about your financial future, and Tara sees you. Before we jump into the second half, if this video is already hitting different, smash that like button, hit subscribe so you never miss a video, and share this with one person who needs to see it right now. Now let's get back into it, because the second half is where it gets really eye-opening. Sign 6, leasing luxury cars. This one deserves its own category because it's become so normalized that people don't even see it as a red flag anymore. When you lease a vehicle, you're paying for the steepest depreciation years, the most expensive period of a car's life, and then you give the car back. A $50,000 car worth $30,000 after 3 years? You're essentially financing $20,000 of depreciation, plus interest, plus fees. Then you return it and start over. This cycle never ends. Perpetual payments, zero equity, ever. Someone who leases continuously for 20 years has made hundreds of thousands in payments and owns absolutely nothing at the end. Leasing is one of the most expensive ways to have a car over a lifetime, but it lets people afford the monthly payment on vehicles they couldn't actually purchase. That's the entire appeal. The person looks successful. The reality is invisible. Sign 7, counterfeit goods. If someone is carrying a fake designer item, they're literally advertising that they're pretending to be something they're not. Here's the irony. Counterfeit goods aren't even that cheap. A decent knockoff bag might cost $200 or $300. For that same money, you could buy a genuinely well-made bag from a brand that isn't pretending to be something else. Real leather, quality construction, original design. The fake rich don't actually care about quality or craftsmanship. They care about the perception that comes with the logo. You've paid money to carry around evidence of your own pretense. Sign 8, constantly promoting get-rich-quick opportunities. Not the obvious scams. The slightly faster than normal schemes that sound almost plausible. Forex trading, dropshipping, crypto day trading, multi-level marketing. A tiny fraction of people succeed at these. The vast majority lose money. But the fake rich love talking about these opportunities because they operate entirely in future tense. They're not discussing what they've built. They're discussing what they're about to build. Here's how it usually plays out. Someone discovers a new opportunity and goes all in. They talk about it constantly. 6 months later, they've lost money. But they never mention that part. Instead, they've already moved on to the next opportunity. Equally confident, equally vocal. Real wealth is built slowly and boringly over years and decades. It rarely comes from turning 5,000 into $1 million in 12 months. But slow and boring doesn't match the fake rich identity. They need something dramatic, even if that something only exists in their projections. Sign 9, condescending money advice. Different from one-upping, this person actively criticizes your financial decisions and tells you what you should be doing instead. Unsolicited, every time. You mention you're happy with your apartment. They say you should have upgraded by now. You're driving a reliable used car. They question why you haven't financed something newer. You're saving aggressively. They tell you that money should be invested in whatever they're invested in. Here's what's actually happening. They need to justify their own decisions. If you're succeeding with a different approach, it threatens their narrative. So they criticize your path to validate theirs. Your financial situation is different from everyone else's. Your goals differ. Your risk tolerance differs. Someone who genuinely understands money knows that different strategies work for different people. The fake rich need everyone around them to confirm they're doing things correctly, because deep down, they're not sure they are. Sign 10, and this one is the easiest to spot, simply overdoing it. Too many logos, too much jewelry, every accessory designed to scream money, a walking advertisement for luxury brands rather than a person who happens to own nice things. Here's something worth noting. Look at photos of actual billionaires on ordinary days, not at galas, just living their lives. Many of the wealthiest people in the world you'd pass on the street without a second glance. They have nothing to prove. Their identity isn't tied to what strangers think of their appearance. They could buy anything, so they don't feel the need to buy everything. When every single item someone wears is designed to signal wealth, that signal becomes noise. It reads as desperate rather than successful. The effort shows. Actual wealth tends to be understated because it doesn't need to try. Real wealth isn't about what you show. It's about what you've built. The freedom to make choices without financial pressure. The security of knowing you can handle emergencies. The compound growth happening quietly in accounts nobody else sees. Fake wealth is a performance, and it gets more expensive over time. Every month, more money flows toward maintaining an image while nothing flows toward building substance. The person pretending to be rich often ends up poorer than they started. The fake rich optimize for how things look to others. The actually wealthy optimize for how things work for themselves. One approach builds wealth, the other bleeds it. The next time you see someone projecting prosperity, look closer. And more importantly, check yourself. Are you making financial decisions based on what genuinely serves your future? Or are you spending to maintain an image that's slowly bankrupting you? Real wealth whispers. It doesn't need anyone to notice. It doesn't require validation. It exists whether or not anyone else sees it. The goal isn't to look rich. The goal is to actually be rich. Okay, if this video opened your eyes, I need you to do 3 things right now. First, like this video. It genuinely helps more people find content like this. Second, subscribe, because every week I'm breaking down the money moves most people never teach you. And third, share this with someone you love who needs to see it before they make another fake rich decision. I'm Tara, and I'll see you in the next one. Choose carefully out there.